So apparently tomorrow there's supposed to be a debate, right? Oh, shit. This is like an Ali Tyson fight, right? This is what happens when a volcano meets a tornado. It's October 21st, 2020. It's Wednesday. And tomorrow is supposed to be a debate between, the Republican and the Democrat, old Tweedledee, Tweedledum, old gonorrhea and AIDS, old cancer and shit show, old, okay, so, just shut up, man, just shut the fuck up, right? So, stupid-ass, gaffe-prone Joe Biden was made to look like a fucking genius next to Donald. Donald was just a bully, just pushing, oh, okay, Joe, what you think about that, Joe? You don't know Joe. In the very beginning, they were somewhat cordial. They actually said, like, hello, hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's going on? Donald, there's a lot of things I want to talk about. So Donald, it's interesting how Donald actually didn't even seem to know, like, basic facts. He's sitting there saying that Joe's going to kick off, 180 million folks off of health care. That's what they said about Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders was for Medicare for all, but it was Joe that was sitting there saying that shit because Joe was for private health care. He was for the public option, right? ACA, not Medicare for all, not a single-payer system, but a mixed public-private system. So Donald didn't even know this stuff. All folks with private health care who likes their private health care can keep it under fucking Joe, and that's terrible. That's shitty. But he's been very consistent on that. Joe Biden has been very consistent. He's going to extend ACA, right? Add a public option. He's Obama. He's carrying on with Obama's legacy. He's not going to do, Bernie care or Medicare for all. So Biden, just fantastic. One of the best ideas that it sucks, piece of shit, fucking Biden. They're going to make this old. Anyways, he's telling them to shut up, right? But one of the best moments for Joe Biden is when he said that Antifa is an idea, not an organization. And that's just, Donald didn't believe it. So again, Donald didn't believe it. Donald did predict that he's going to get overthrown by Antifa. You watch, Joe, Antifa's going to overthrow you. Antifa is against fascism. So if Joe is the neoliberal that, I suspect that he is, then he's going to be, he might have some issues with Antifa. Antifa is an idea, not an organization. There's probably some organizations out there, but most of the time, Antifa is just people that disagree with fascism. Those who disagree with fascism, there's some people, a lot of people that are part of Antifa are just self-identified. Are you part of Antifa? I'm against the fascists, so yeah, I guess I'm Antifa. Hey! Right, the Antifa are actually the fucking good guys. Fascist, bullying sons of bitches are the bad guys. Antifa are the good guys. So the fact that, Joe Biden said that, fucking Mr. Neoliberal says that Antifa is an idea, not an organization, fucking brilliant. Donald didn't believe it. Donald didn't believe, he didn't think, didn't know his position on health care, just keeps on talking how he's just so far left-wing. He's just so far left-wing. Joe Biden is one of the most conservative fucking Democrats out there. He ain't left-wing worth, he's like left-wing or nothing. But yeah, Donald was, not only was he a petulant child, but he's been a bully for such a long time. I'm fucking sick of Donald. And I'm not going to vote for, either one of these two assholes. I'm probably going to vote for Gloria La Riva, a socialist candidate here in Colorado. And if you're in Colorado, make sure you vote for La Riva. Vote for the socialist. Do not vote for the Howie Hawkins. He's just, too boring, too late, too long. I don't understand what's going on with that campaign. So Biden, he, Donald just kept on being a bully. What you going to do, Joe? What you going to do? And Biden was just big. Look, bro, you picked the wrong guy, the wrong day, the wrong time. Joe said, hell, for the longest time, Joe's been talking about taking Donald out the back, right? Because he's like, Joe just, Donald loves all this violence, and so Joe's like, oh, we'll just take him out the back. That's what we used to do back in our day, right? So they're all talking about this violence and shit, and when they first meet each other, hey, how's it going? Hey, what's up? Hey, how are you doing? You picked the wrong guy, the wrong day, the wrong time. Oh, shut up, man. That was fantastic. I mean, Joe just, fucking Donald is just making Joe a goddamn superstar just because he was ready for him. Joe Biden said of Donald, it's because he's a racist. Says he's got a dog whistle, Mississippi plan, and the Southern strategy. Oh, shut up, man. The whole country felt that shit. Yeah, shut the fuck up. God damn it. Non-stop with the fucking cocaine tweets. nonstop with the shit talk, nonstop with the divide, and fucking, trying to divide the goddamn nation. The great uniter, right? Has America been made great again? The great uniter. Oh, the great uniters brought us all back together. I just saw a Vice documentary about Antifa. They were showing Portland. There's like a dozen liberal groups out there. You got, some black blocs, some anarchist groups, some Joe Biden Democrats, some, Antifa folks were out there too. But Black Lives Matter, there was a whole slew of people. It wasn't just Antifa. But, that's, for Donald, they're all Antifa, right? Oh, what? They're opposed to fascism? They're Antifa. Antifa, just like Black Lives Matter, those words, those ideas by themselves are good. Black Lives Matter and anti-fascism is the way to be. That's, just those ideas by itself. So Joe Biden had a good night. Joe Biden had a fantastic night. In fact, Joe probably shouldn't even do the debate tomorrow. Joe already won the goddamn fucking presidency. He has, he can only lose it at this point. He beat the shit out of him just by being, cordial, by being, basically decent. And then he got a lot of, got several pot shots in there. So, he held his own, looked like a decent fucking guy, whereas, our own president looked like he's unhinged. He's off the fucking chain, right? What the fuck is wrong? People talk about embarrass the country all over the world, and yet people we're not even talking about it anymore. It was like, oh, that happened like a whole week ago. I was watching Nixon versus JFK, and it was two candidates who actually wanted to have a good conversation for the American people. They wanted to actually show a distinction in policies between the two. They got into an argument about some islands off the coast of China and whether or not Chiang Kai-shek was able to take the two islands off 2 miles off, I don't know, McCoy or something, I don't know, but it was like they were really in the weeds of one very specific issue. So, Joe, basically, he didn't have to say much. Just for one example, Joe just said for the American people to go vote however you can. If you got to vote by mail, if you got to vote absentee, if you can vote in person, just go vote. As an American, just go vote. And he sounded like a fucking genius compared to all that, rhetoric against mail-in ballots and all that shit. So Joe is just I don't even know he's a turd, and he's looking like a fucking diamond. So Joe said, next to Donald, I guess any old turd would look like a diamond. So Joe said, another good line about Donald, he wouldn't know a suburb unless he took a wrong turn. He said that Donald's the worst president America's ever had, the worst president in American history. He's been a pretty shitty fucking I can't think of any good fucking things he's done that I like. Yeah, the conservatives might say, well, he did this and he did that, but no, shut up, that racist fucking dog whistle. That's just, my God, he actually did, Donald is losing to Grandpa Grope and Sniff. Donald is losing to the king of gas. Donald is losing to somebody who might have possible dementia. Joe just said, go vote however you can. Sounded like a genius. So fucking sick of Donald, and the Chris Wallace, just let the two talk, get the moderator out of it. Maybe Donald might actually get some sense if the two were just talking to each other, but you make it look like it's a battle, right? So basically, whenever you allow the other person to talk, they can get their pot shots in, and so Donald doesn't want to actually address the pot shots, or they might be good criticisms. He wants to attack and deflect, and that's all that he does. So we don't even get a conversation. We don't get a good, healthy, civil conversation out of these so-called debates. And this just shows the sickness of corporate America, corporate media. We just throw these two assholes into a fucking ring. And, I bet the ratings are going to be huge. People act like it was a big shit show and it was awful and it was terrible. Well, then how come you're going to tune in tomorrow, And I don't know. To me, it seems like it's clear that Donald is just tricking America, right? He just deflect. He just didn't answer to any of the things. It's just bullshit. He's nothing but bullshit. Donald has always been bullshit his entire life. The art of the deal, he says that he only tells people what they want to hear. So, yeah, we're going to have the greatest health care in the world, right? Everybody's going to get covered. What happened to that great health care plan? Donald just lies. He's going to do everything and anything and, whatever it takes to win you over. That's the art of the deal to, keep you chasing that carrot, whether you actually ever get the carrot or not. I don't even know why, Donald almost got impeached over Hunter Biden. Apparently we're doing emails of Hunter Biden again. I don't know. Donald said something about never use the word smart with me. He's deflecting. He deflected. Right before then, Joe Biden was sitting there, pointed out some important shit. And he was like, hey, don't use the word smart with me. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What in the fuck are you talking about? You're the most powerful, you're the leader of the free world. No wonder imminent fuck the free world, right? Never use the word smart with me. What are you talking about? He's not even talking about the issues that, hey, Joe, don't you ever call yourself smart around me. You are not smart. What the fuck are you? Condemn white supremacy. Remember when they were saying, hey, just say it, just condemn white supremacy, and he was like, who? Oh, the Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. What's up? My God, that was such a blatant, fucking insane embrace of white supremacy that I've ever fucking seen. People are going to keep coming back to it, but that debate, they said, go ahead and condemn it. Both Chris Wallace and Joe were saying, condemn it. And then he said, stand back, stand by. So he's basically saying, telling his supporters to attack the voters. This is the Mississippi plan. And what sucks about the Mississippi plan is it showed that the violence at the voter booths at the polls worked. So we need Antifa at the polls. Antifa's our only saving grace. What? Antifa's the only thing that's going to save this nation. Watch out for Antifa bullshit. It's an idea, not an organization. Joe Biden fucking said that. Joe fucking, old Grandpa Gropensniff, the king of gaps, Mr. Neoliberal, right-winger himself. He knows it's an idea, not an organization. Fantastic. And things could have gone better when, in the middle of the debate, you had Chris Wallace. We were like, okay, gentlemen, stop the argument. Let's get back to a calmer topic. Let's talk about race in America. Let's talk about an easier topic than what you guys are talking about right now. Let's talk about race. So the Democrats elected a train wreck. The Democrats elected a train wreck, and the GOP elected a shit show. So now, fight! Cage match, fight! This is what happens when a volcano meets a tornado. Who won that debate? Who won the debate between Donald and Joe? Bernie Sanders, right? Bernie Sanders beat he beat the socialists. Green New Deal could go to hell. Fuck you, progressives. You just lost the left. You just lost the left. So, Cenk Uygur rightly points out that because Joe's screaming out against the Green New Deal, screaming out against socialism and health care for everybody, that's a win for Don. That's a win for conservatives. That's a win for the right wing. If Don pulled Joe to the right, Joe was already to the right on those issues anyways. And Joe said that his entire record shows that he's not socialist. And it's weird that Donald didn't know that. It's weird that he didn't. You would think he would have advisors. You'd think that the president would be the most informed motherfucker on the planet. He should have access. We got the internet. Everybody's got access to a lot of information. He should have more access to all the information that with anybody. How does the president not know basic shit that's going on in reality? Joe said that right now he is the Democratic Party, which is, he understands politics. It's kind of exciting, to be honest with you. I don't give a fuck about Joe. Won't vote for Joe whatsoever. I'm going to vote for the socialist. And Dems, pick one man to fight the dragon. And it wasn't Bernie. It wasn't the popular one. So I think it was a risky move. But, all eyes on Joe. Let's see how great this fucking Joe is. All right, Mr. Joe Blow, Joe. Got to fight Glass Joe, old Mac, right? Mac's got to fight Glass Joe. Mac's got to fight them all. Jimmy Fallon said that if the person who said, shut up, man, was the dignified one, things could have gone better. Jimmy Kimmel said that when an argument is broken up with, please, guys, can we get back to the topic of race? That it could have gone better. 47 years in government. It's a good line that I did more in 47 months than in 47 years. Joe's been in government for a long time, and, Chris Hedges is right that essentially Donald Trump is the oligarch. He is the plutocrat. He is the person that benefits from the current system that Joe Biden put in place. Joe Biden put the current infrastructure, the current system that made, all the Donald Trumps happy, all the oligarchs and the plutocrats happy. So Joe Biden is the architect, and Donald Trump is the beneficiary. So why would you vote for the architect, right? Joe pointed out that, 200,000, 300,000 coronavirus, they've died because of him. Jimmy Fallon had, it is what it is because you are the way you are. Huh? Even Dr. Seuss was like, what? It is what it is because you are the way you are. Don was saying you can't say the words law and order. And then Joe did it, right? Don was like, come on, Joe, blowy Joe. Law and order and justice, right? All I can say law and order and justice. Joe said you can't say white supremacy is bad. And Donald couldn't say it. Instead, he told the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by, watch the fuck out. These, hey, white supremacists, you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared. If there's election bullshit, we're going to have to unleash. And you know what? Even if there is an election bullshit, let's just, maybe is it the fear that, I don't even want to play. It's a stupid, terrible, shitty game that he's fucking playing. He's basically trying to crash democracy. He's going to win this or else, right? Proud Boys already had T-shirts made up for the moment, so hell, he probably was going to, say it beforehand. So he had to say the thing, and he just picked a really bad time to say it. Just like when Kamala was talking about, that girl was me, right? She had T-shirts already made up for the moment. Joe held his own. He didn't take Donald out to the back and beat the shit out of him, though. I was, hoping that was going to happen. And I don't know if the Secret Service is allowed to. They're just two old men. If they talk about his family, you're talking about my family, you're talking about my son, motherfucker. I think Joe would have a right, I don't know. He would win, definitely, the popular vote after that. No doubt about it if he, doesn't get shot. And also vice versa. Could Donald even, knock Joe out, too? They both got Secret Service, right? Joe is kind of provoking him to, this clown, he just doesn't know anything. Shush, man, just shut the fuck up. This guy's the worst president ever. So, they both were staying in the debate. They both were taking pop shots. I feel like I learned a whole bunch about both of these assholes. And this guy's the worst president ever. Well, what about you being number one in your class? And, he was right. Joe Biden had said, there's a bunch of lies. In, 1987, he ran for president, and he just was plagiarizing other people and then saying he was number one in class when he was last in class or some shit. So I don't like Joe the neoliberal, but, things are the way that they are. Joe's the only man right now that seems like he could take out Donald. The Green Party should have picked Jesse Ventura or, hell, The Rock. Any fucking, Kanye West would have been a better representative for the Green Party than Howie Hawkins has been so far. $1 million if you got a baby. Kanye West says you get $1 million if you got a baby. So, Joe, the neoliberal, he might just pull the damn thing off. I want America to do the responsible thing and throw the fucking tyrant out, but I don't see the fucking difference. And actually, 4 years of Donald would give us a progressive. It would get us socialist. It would just, and 4 years of Joe is not going to get us any fucking thing. So we're just going to play with these right-wing conservatives until they end us all. So we will get a socialist president is more likely under a Donald Trump than a Joe Biden. But hell, maybe the failure of a Joe Biden will get us a socialist president. So ultimately, when it comes to policy, Joe says not much will change. I don't think much will change at all with either one of these motherfuckers in office. And the TPP, there's shit that Obama did that Donald was right about or that Donald was better on. So I don't know if I actually listed all the things out. They might be about even, right, when it comes to, so Donald, he didn't know that. He doesn't know, Donald thinks that Antifa is the biggest terrorist threat that we need to confront. What about, the terrorists? Are we still fighting them, or is that, no, we're just going to fight Americans now? So I am happy about Antifa. To me, Antifa is, when I look at the Nazis in Germany in 1930s with, Hitler and all that, Antifa is the more direct and more potent weapon against fascism than communism was. The German communists did not stop the Nazis. The right-wing fascists ran roughshod over the German communists. In fact, the Reichstag blamed the communists, burnt the thing down, almost like those damn ballots. You think Donald, put those ballots in the trash and was like, look, they're throwing ballots away. You did that. You threw them away and then took the... Okay, so German communists couldn't stop the Nazis, so Antifa's the right idea. You got to nip that shit in the bud. What, you want to be a fascist, right-wing racist piece of shit. We're going to watch out for you because the white supremacists are the biggest terrorist organizations, the biggest terrorist threat in America. The KKK, the Confederacy, this is terrorism. They were terrorists. They started a fucking civil war over this shit. And when they lost the civil war, they pretended to ghost. You know, the KKK was the ghost of the Confederates, and they went around killing innocent black people in the dead of night. And the only thing that it takes for evil men to win is for good people to do nothing. So, you know, we could, if we're in Germany, right, the communists failed. The Nazis were rising, the communists didn't do shit. Antifa is the right idea, nip it in the bud. And if we don't go with Antifa, then what? We got to wait for socialist Russia to save the world yet once again? No, we can take care of ourselves, and the way we got to take care of ourselves is to nip this shit in the bud. Yeah, you have a right to be a fucking racist piece of shit, but we have a right to, take pictures of you and make sure you have no job and have no support and, dox you and fuck you, you piece of shit. How dare you, motherfucker. You want to support the Nazis? You want to support the KKK? You want to support all the bad, worst fucking elements of this nation? And then the Nazis, we fought against these motherfuckers. We fought against the Nazis. That was a great war. The Civil War, the Revolution, there was only a few good, great wars. What about the Korean War? Nobody's bitching about that shit. So Joe won. Joe Biden won that debate. He shouldn't do the tomorrow thing. He should just get out of the limelight or stay in the damn basement, But both of those assholes love those ratings. They love the attention. So they should fight. The conversation is very important, too. Joe could do one or two more. No more than that, though. No more than two unless he wants to lose. I think he should just declare victory again, just like that's how he beat Bernie, right? Just, you won, right? You won the debate, this, and you won the next, and then you won the election, right? So, yeah, there's a lot of disturbing things. We are in the post-truth era. Donald doesn't understand reality. When it came to COVID and the numbers, he was like, we got the best numbers. The best numbers in terms of what? Number one for the COVID, number one for the how many diseases we have, no, there's no testing. If you do the testing, yeah, that means you're cheating. That means there's probably a lot more cases out there and nobody's doing testing, so nobody knows how many fucking, it could be way worse. It probably is way worse. So his advisors, his inner circle, Fox News, they don't understand the world at all. Donald thought Joe was a liberal. Donald thought Joe was a socialist, when Joe is anything but. He's a conservative. He's right-wing conservative on a bunch of issues. Donald said that Joe called the military stupid bastards. Watch Don. It's how a bully operates. Joe is making great points. Don rolls his eyes. Oh, yeah, right. Sure. He's making good points, but he's a fucking bully, right? It's all about the show. It's all about the illusion. Ferguson, Oakland, Baltimore, worse under Obama. Don thought Joe wanted to defend the police, loves Green New Deal. There's a socialist. Him and Bernie's got secret deals going on, argue about suburbs. China's going to eat your lunch, Joe. He's going to use a Bernie burn. Donald Trump is using the Bernie burn. Eat your lunch. Is that a prison thing? And then people eating your lunch? Joe said vote whichever way is best for you. When weaker, sicker, more violent, more divided, more poor, we are way worse off now. Joe says we need to reimagine policing. Joe's great with the police. He's talking about community policing. He's talking about psychological experts instead of cops. Called Donald Trump a racist to his face. All his dog whistles. And, what a fucking, if he could just listen to that shit, he could get corrected and listen. Is, Donald learning from any of this shit? Donald's putting himself out there. And so if he's listening to these people and he's learning, Joe rightfully laughed at his stupid-ass, childish fucking behavior, his fucking bullshit ways, and the way he just talks over people. Ha, 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 shut up, man. And so both is going to bitch, and if it was so fucking terrible, then why did both of them agree to do it again, and why is everybody watching? Yeah, worst fucking debate. Oh, worst debate ever, worst debate ever. Then why do they keep fucking doing it? In Don's debate-style defense, it looked weak to me. It looked weak to me. It looked like he didn't want to have a conversation. He didn't want to have a civil, decent conversation. He wanted to filibuster. He wanted to push Joe. Don, wanted to get the truth, and the truth, could help Don, perhaps. I don't know. I don't know what the fucking strategy was. But in defense, that's how debates should go. Just let the two, in his defense, just let the two candidates talk Donald wanted answers from Joe, and so do I. I want answers from Don, too. Just let the two talk. Chris Wallace was in the way. He was present because he brought the logic, common sense, intelligence, but he brought too much intelligence. He was supposed to just stand back and stand by. His one job really is just to make sure that they don't fight. And if they look like they're about to fight, he's got to be the motherfucker that stops them. Nobody else in the world is going to stop except for the Secret Service, which could get, terrible and bloody. And really, the Secret Service should stay out. The public education is terrible in America, but the one thing that we all agree on when it comes to fights, whenever there's a fight in a public school, the kids say, hey, no, just let those two fight it out. They need to hash it out. They need to work their issues out. No, we want to watch a fight happen, and so, that's the only thing the moderator needs to be there for. Just sit them in a table and get them to talk. So I thought it was a fantastic debate. We learned a bunch. He was a bully. He was unseemly. He was terrible. He was embarrassing, right? The emperor and queef. But we learned it, right? We learned how big of a fucking petulant, insecure child he is. He doesn't understand debate. He doesn't understand fairness. They're talking about muting his microphone and shit. He doesn't want to give Joe the space to speak. He wants to override him and make sure that nothing he says, lands a blow. And by responding to it, it looks like, so he doesn't respond to it, right? He just deflect and attack. And, just like Amy Coney Barrett, I said that she was going to fucking Zuckerberg everybody, and look what she's doing. She's Zuckerberging everybody, right? Well, actually, Senator, I know how to do things and you don't, and I'm going to go with the Elena Kagan principle, where you all just bullshit and we learn nothing. Okay, I gotcha. So, was this the worst debate in U.S. history, or, in modern U.S. history? No. This might have been the greatest fucking debate. I mean, think about all the debates in the past. We had George W. Bush, right, versus, John Kerry and Al Gore. So think about those debates. Hubert Humphrey versus Nixon. Think about that, dumb debate. Hubert Humphrey took on Nixon. Michael Dukakis takes on George H.W. Bush. Were any of those good debates? None of those are Lincoln Douglas debates. None of those are JFK-Nixon debates. JFK-Nixon debates, that's some fucking pristine shit. 1960, JFK is going to beat Nixon. And Nixon is going to be the president for 2 terms in a row. So that's how strong of a Democrat JFK was in 1960, beating Nixon. And Eisenhower, right? The booming 50s. Everything's doing great, right? For white America, at least. We could go to 1996, Bob Dole versus Bill Clinton. Who won that debate between Bob Dole and Bill Clinton? What about Donald and Hillary? Whose debate was better then? In the terms of the debate is a battle, but the presidency is the war, the election is the war. So you might win the debate in terms of the debate itself, but ultimately, I think whoever wins the presidency is who won the debate. Who won the debate? The person that won the presidency. That's who won the debate. Bob Dole versus Bill Clinton. Who gives a fuck what Bob Dole thought about anything? Bill Clinton won the presidency, so therefore Bill Clinton won the debate. Now, I'm kind of a nerd about that stuff, so I would actually be kind of curious to see what Bob Dole was talking about and the criticisms he was leveling at Bill Clinton at the time. But that was not the worst debate. That was a very memorable debate, and a lot got said, and like I said, Joe basically speaking calmly. Hey, America, go vote the best way you can. Vote by mail, vote in person, vote the best way you can. However it takes, you're an American, you got a right to vote. Just do it the best way that it works for you. Whatever's best for you, America, that's how you should go vote. And he sounded like a fucking genius. Sound like a goddamn genius. That's all Joe's got to do is just string together coherent sentences and just watch, Donald just essentially self-implode, self-emulate, just self-combust, right? Spontaneous combustion. Just out of nowhere. Oh, shit. I'm being confronted by another man about my bullshit empire, my bullshit reign, my bullshit dictator or fascist ways. Oh, Joe. Antifa is an idea, not an organization. Oh, Joe, you don't know what you're talking. Oh, Joe. So, yeah. Can't wait for the debate tomorrow, huh? Anyways, peace.